here's what we got. Thank you for watching Terry Wilcott's Garage. And this is the full video to the upper ball joint removal and replacement 99 to 07 GMC Sierra 1500. So after removing the wheel and tire, go ahead and loosen up the ball joint nut after removing the Carter key. Leave it on there though, a few threads. So you see, when I tried to remove this brake hose retainer bolt, I just broke that sucker plumb off. Then I went ahead and started removing the speed sensor wire. Moved it off the frame, A-frame, and then the frame, and then I disconnected it completely and got it out of the way. And I couldn't find a pickle fork, but I had a big chisel, so I just used that. You gotta just use what you got laying around. So I just hammered a big chisel in there and it worked just fine. Give it a few whacks. Got a piece of wire, tied it to the knuckle and then to the frame somewhere on there, I don't know where, because I left the brakes and everything on that knuckle. Now you want to get the right adapter for your, I modified this one a little bit. Get the right adapters for your ball joint press. And you can buy these, or you can get a free tool at your parts store or rent one or whatever you got to do. I've had this one here since I was a baby. But anyway, I couldn't get an impact on it. So I just used a 1/2-inch drive ratchet and went to town on her. Now when you put the new one in there, make sure you clock it the right way. They go in there kind of you want to make sure there's a hole in the boot or whatever, so the grease, when it comes out, it goes towards the away from the brakes and all that stuff, away from the wheel. So get your adapters on there the right way and whatever, do. And I might have messed up a little bit here when I put that adapter on the top there. It don't really make no difference. I might be having to redo all this anyway, but it is what it is. But it worked. I got her done. Yeah. Don't forget to put your snap ring in there and make sure that it's seated all the way down too. Some of them might go in there one way or the other. They might have a certain way they go in. They might have a bevel. I'm not sure. It just might depend on what you got. Get your big bar, press her down in there, and put the nut back on there. I don't remember what the torque was on this here. I think it was only like about 30 pound, 30, I don't know, foot-pound. I think it was about 30 foot-pounds. Don't hold me to that though, but I think it was only about that. Put the Carter key back in there. Use your favorite method for bending it over, however you like. Oh yeah, also wanted to say it was about 95 degrees that day that I did this, and the humidity was like way up there too. I mean, it was up there. So it was a nasty day out there doing this. So I don't know if you saw it or not. That was a towel on my head. You know, I mean, I was using, you know, I had sweat dripping everywhere. But anyway, go ahead and put your speed sensor all back together there and connect it back to your upper A arm and frame and all that, so it's all connected there. And get back to the brake hose where it's connected on the upper A frame there. This is how I did it. So I got a little grief over this here about drilling a hole through there, but I think there was already a hole through there. So anyway, there's a video on this here. It might be, I think it's a short. So after drilling and tapping it, you go ahead and just put a 10 millimeter in there and call her done. So shoot some grease into the new part and into some of them old parts, and there you go. I guess you got her done after you put the wheel back on there, and don't forget to torque it down. Do me a favor and subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys really help me out a lot. I need you. And thank you. And that's all I got to say about that.